Okay, so now I'm kind of on the final steps. I've added some of the dark blue in some areas. I've added more yellow, more green, and now I want to go to my blender. And this area here where we have a highlight is where I want to use the white because I want to lighten it a little bit. And I'm going to start off pretty light when I'm adding it because I don't want to burnish it quite yet. So just put a little bit down there, and then I'm going to take my blender pencil, and this one is I use less, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the tip of it, but the tip of it is a little bit of red on it because I used it on the apple when I did this one last. Make sure yours is clean, and I'm just going to lightly start blending these pencils together, and I am not adding much pressure at all right now. I am going with the contour of the apple. You just need to be careful when you're doing that in some of the dark areas because you might drag up some of that, like this blue. It's okay right here, but I wouldn't want to drag it over the light green there. So just make sure where you are moving the blender that the colors you're picking up and dragging over, maybe lighter colors, are okay. So I'm just going to lightly drag this pencil over, and I'm definitely following the contour lines here because those lines really help describe the shape. And I'm going to leave the stem alone. On the stem I used some of the dark blue, and then I added red and green to create a brownish color. It still looks a little bit blue. Hit it again. But it's dark enough. It doesn't have to be true to color to look realistic. So now I'm kind of going back over, smoothing out these areas, and I would say at this point I am doing a little burnishing. I'm pressing down. I'm wanting to fill in these white areas. I haven't gone over where I add the white yet because I want to wait. I might want to add some more white there. Trying to just stick to the body of the apple. And this is where if you added too much green in places, you might start getting brown. So you got to be careful. All right, so I left my little highlight there. I'm going to go back to my white and really burnish down with this white. Now this white is not Prismacolor, so it's not that great, but it was the only one I had at home to use. So I'm going to burnish this in, hopefully adding some light pigment to keep it light. This area right here, I kind of lost my lip here. So I'm going to come back in with this blue and just create kind of a fine line right here to show that edge with a few lines that come down. But not a lot because I still want that really smooth texture. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more green in here because when I added that blending tool, it kind of blended it in and I lost that bright green that I wanted right there at the apple. So got a little bit more there. So just kind of adding color where you need it, where you might have felt like you lost it when it blended in with other colors. So there's my apple.